does a tree grow? Why does the wind blow? When does a flower bloom? How can a rocket shoot to the stars or land up on the moon? It's science and technology, engineering, mathematics. Get smart, keep it simple. Let's learn about STEM.
See how when Stevie jumps, he falls back to the ground? And if I tried to just place this apple right here in the air, it falls too? Well, why in the world does it do that? Because gravity. Gravity is the attraction of an object to a bigger object. So our Earth is a humongous object, and we're all just walking around on it. And it has its own gravitational acceleration of 9.81 meters per second squared. That means that the Earth's gravity is pulling us down to the center of the Earth, to the very core of the Earth, at an acceleration of 9.81 meters per second squared. So what exactly is acceleration? What exactly does that mean? Because if gravity creates a force, but it's an acceleration, how does that work? Let's look at acceleration. First, we need to understand what velocity is. So velocity is a constant speed. You're not getting faster, you're not getting slower, you're nice and steady. Again, Stevie has very willingly volunteered to run through the road to show you velocity versus acceleration. So Stevie, why don't you go ahead and give us a constant speed. His form was weird, but his velocity was constant. When you are running at a specific velocity or moving at a specific velocity, your speed does not change. So you could see how he ran nice and steady. He wasn't getting faster, he wasn't getting slower, he was just running at a nice little, albeit very weird, pace. Now we're going to look at acceleration. So acceleration is, very specifically, positive acceleration is going from a slower speed to a faster speed. You also have deceleration, which is going from a faster speed to a slower speed. Stevie is going to give us a nice look at positive acceleration, so going from a slower speed to a faster speed. Blink and you'll miss it. Thanks, Stevie. Now, we're going to show deceleration as well. So acceleration is more specifically going from slower to faster. So now Stevie's going to show us deceleration, or going from a faster speed and slowing to a slower speed. So come into frame real fast and now slow down. Great job, Stevie. Thanks. So how do we get a force by using an acceleration of gravity? Well, the equation F equals ma, or force, is equal to mass times acceleration, answers that question. The force that an object exerts on the surface of the ground, or wherever you're standing or wherever it's sitting, is equal to its mass times the acceleration of gravity. If nothing else is acting on a body, like I'm standing here right now, nothing's pushing down on me, nothing's pushing me side to side, I'm just standing here. So the acceleration of gravity, 9.81 meters per second squared, times the mass that I am made up of, equals the force that I am putting down on the ground. A common unit for force is pounds. So when you step up on a scale and it tells you however many pounds you weigh, that is actually the force that you are putting down on the ground. That is your mass times the acceleration of gravity. So which do you think has a greater force? This apple or Stevie? Which one's probably putting more force onto the ground?
The apple.
Definitely the apple. Just kidding, it's Stevie. I can very easily hold this apple in my hand. There's not a lot of mass here, so the force of gravity is not very great. I would say maybe less than a pound. Now Stevie, you come here. If I try to hold Stevie, he's obviously has a lot of mass. So the force that he's pushing down on me is really honestly too great to calculate. If gravity is what's keeping everything anchored to the ground, then how are things like planes able to fly through the sky without falling to the ground? Well, the short answer is a plane's engines create enough thrust or enough explosive force that it can overcome the force caused by gravity and it can stay in the air. It's the same with this apple. My arm can exert a force up underneath it and it keeps this apple from falling to the ground. I could even throw it and put enough force behind it to keep it airborne for a little bit before gravity finally catches up and pulls it back to the ground. Nice catch! That is gravity in a nutshell. I hope you learned something. I'm gonna get Stevie out here to run some more laps, but we'll see you next time. Bye! Thanks so much for watching. We hope you learned something today. Be sure and subscribe so you can see when we upload the next video, and we are always going to get smart, keep it simple, and learn about STEM here. Bye!